Hi, and welcome to this next video in the series of how to utilize LinkedIn to grow your property investing and real estate investing and developing businesses. If you've been following these videos, you'll see that we've talked about why you should be utilizing LinkedIn and the two sides to LinkedIn. One is about getting your profile powerful. And now what we're moving on to is the strategy on how to find, connect in the right way and engage with your ideal contact. That's what I'm going to show you in this video, is how you can search for your ideal contact. I say contacts because as investors, you're looking to engage with all sorts of people, whether that be landlords with property deals for sale, whether that be cash investors to invest, joint venture partners. I've said in earlier videos how I use LinkedIn to find a Spanish property lawyer who spoke English when I bought this house here down in southern Spain, which is where I am right now, and how I sourced a English-speaking Spanish financier and mortgage broker at the same time on my use of LinkedIn. So before we go any further, jump in and subscribe, follow the channel. I'm looking to build up followers. The more people I've got, the more stuff I can share, but also set your notifications to for on so that I can notify you of other videos I'm putting out in the same series. I've got so much content I'm looking to share with fellow investors, and if you found this video because you search for LinkedIn rather than property or real estate investing, great, it is just as relevant. The context I'm going to use is I'm going to show you some examples that are property centric. Also, you'll see below in the comments is a link to my free 9 points to creating a powerful personal profile. Download that. It's yours for free to give you some more ideas. And if you're the sort of person that says, I know I should be learning and utilizing LinkedIn as a key part of my property business marketing strategy, you'll see there that there's a link to my online course that I've called LinkedIn Mastery for Property Investors. It's a distillation of my one-on-one coaching program, where for the last 10 years, I've been coaching investors on how to create powerful profiles that get positioned and found, how to use all of the different things with LinkedIn effectively. And I was charging investors £3,000 for that coaching program. I've distilled all this down into a series of videos, bunch of templates, magic messages, examples, textbook profiles that you can write. It's yours to download and utilize forever. About 497 quid. If that's where you're at, if you click and buy that, then just give me a shout and we can make sure you're working through it and you're good with it. Any questions you've got about LinkedIn, put them here in the questions box. I will personally reply to all. So what I want to do, let's jump in and look at how you can search and find for your ideal connections and prospects. Some of you may have played around with this. This was the strategy that revolutionized my life when I was running my own coaching business. And this is what changed my marketing forever. Some of you will have a play around with this search bar. Let's use the word landlord. Got it in block capitals, but you can hit landlord and you can hit return. And this is searching anybody with the name landlord in their profile, and it's come up with nearly 1/3 But before I go on any further, I want to say that you should be connecting with more and more people consistently. If you've heard the phrase, your network equals your net worth, or it's not just what you know, it's who you know, you should be building your contact base and your database. And LinkedIn is something you should be building your connections for a bunch of reasons. The more connections you have, the more, if you and I are connected with classed as first tier connections, by the way, connect with me. You will get some automated messages. We'll cover that in future videos, or if you're using LinkedIn consistently and you want to look at how you can automate your activity, give me a shout. Ignore the messages. The moment you message me on LinkedIn, I will respond personally. If we're connected with first tier connections, if we are both connected to someone over there, if you're connected to someone over there, and I'm not, they're my second tier connection through you. So the more first tier connections you have, Google said a while back that your average CEO has just under 1,000 connections. If each of those connections have 1,000, you've got 1 million, or that CEO has got 1 million second tier connections, pretty much. I don't need to get to third tier connections. It's too far removed and convoluted. So you need to be building connections, because the more people you know, the more money you can make, the more contacts you can make. I've helped property developers in London connect with cash investors in the Far East through LinkedIn, and vice versa. So the more connections you have, the more people you can get to, but the more second tier I have, the more I can find in this search. So I'm using landlords. I've got a lot of investors who are looking to target landlords, trying to buy their portfolios or take rent-to-rent deals from them, or whatever they might. But you can get a bit more, you can drill a bit more detail. We click on here and go into connections. I don't want my first tier, I'm already connected to them. I don't want third tier, it's a bit too convoluted. So let me go second tier connection, and that will narrow this search down to just 28,000. Let's go even more narrow. I live close to Birmingham in the UK. If you're in Birmingham, Alabama, you could search there, but we won't. For my cousins the other side of the pond, I'm going to go Birmingham, UK, and hit apply. And that narrows the search down. Then you'll see the 665 results. That's people in and around Birmingham, which is a city in the UK, who have got the word property landlord, in their profile. You could search property investor as well. You could search all sorts of derivatives. But what I wanted to say about this is you've now got a bunch of opportunities. You can click on this guy's profile, go look him, check him out. Is he someone I want to connect with? And then you can go connect with them. Here's my rule. When you connect, personalize your message. Hey, Steve, came across your profile, hoped we could connect, especially as we share some great mutual connections. Why? Because he's second tier, it's a given. LinkedIn's magic, look, it tells you Tim Holmes and 20 with them, just in 21 other shared connections. So you've created some rapport. My rule is always personalize the connection invite, give people a reason to connect with you. Now, what if I know this guy, Tim Holmes, really well, and I ring him, hey, Tim, how well do you know Steve Twomlow? What if he says, I know him really well, here's his mobile number, ring him. By the way, ask him how his wife is, she's been ill. My mantra is to be able to use LinkedIn to find, connect in the right way, and engage. Find, connect, and engage with your ideal contact. So if Tim's giving me his number, how rapid is that to go find and connect and engage? Hey, Steve, hope you don't mind me calling you. Mutual connection, Tim said you'd be okay. You might be interested in talking about how I can give you a better return on X, Y, Z. This is absolute magic. This revolutionized my marketing and has revolutionized property investors and real estate investors all around the world being able to find and get in touch with anybody. I said to you, I got in touch with a mortgage broker and a lawyer down in southern Spain through LinkedIn from my desktop in the Midlands in the UK within 24 hours. Go play with this, go make a difference. And if you're looking at how you can engage more effectively across all the other different strategies within LinkedIn, people connecting with you, people have viewed your profile, other ways to find and get to people, and how to engage. The key thing is how to engage effectively. I trained a sales team. I went in-house into their business, said, what do you want to know? They said, oh, well, we're connecting with people. We want to know what we say then. Oh, blimey, you're salespeople. What would you normally say if it was email or phone or internet? Challenge for most people is they haven't learned how to market and sell themselves effectively. My online course that I mentioned earlier talks about how to write engaging messages, magic messages that get a response, how to respond back to people who might respond maybe in a positive way, maybe not such a positive way, how to get the conversation. Your aim with LinkedIn is to get the conversation offline as quickly as possible. You're never going to do a property deal or find a cash investor or a joint venture partner through communicating just through LinkedIn. Your aim is to get the conversation offline. So if that makes sense, have a look at that online LinkedIn Mastery for Property Investors. I've said earlier, let's come back here, subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on. Let me give you details of other videos that are coming out. I want to share this good stuff. That's my mantra. I invest, I'm passionate about property investors and real estate investors. There's so much opportunity here for you guys to embrace this. Let me know however I can help. Ask me anything you want to ask in the comment boxes. I will personally respond to anything that comes in. Remember, there's a free 9 points document there on things you can do to pimp up your profile, position your profile. If you know you should be using LinkedIn properly, look at that online LinkedIn Mastery for Property Investors. You can connect with me at the end of that. We can look at what you're doing. If you're using LinkedIn consistently and you want to leverage your activity and your results, shout me and we can talk about how to automate that. If you're posting on LinkedIn, we're going to look in other videos on how you can get thousands of views to your posts instantly. If that's of interest, let me know. remember, I've said in previous videos, I don't care what you think about me. I have lots of people thinking different things about me. I care about what you go away and do. Go and make a difference, and shout me and let me know how I can help you make a difference.